This is the Business Model Canvas, a course brought to you by Solutions Consultancy Ireland, presented by Bernadette Clancy and Dermot O'Reilly.
Hi, I'm Bernadette Clancy of Solutions Consultancy Ireland. Welcome to the Business Model Canvas.
This is what the Business Model Canvas looks like. It's made up of 9 building blocks and enables an entrepreneur to show exactly how they can create, deliver and capture value. Two of the most valued parts of any business these days are entrepreneurship and innovation. We hear the word innovation used on a daily basis in advertising, from Nissan with innovation that excites to Toshiba, which is leading innovation. The term is used to simply add value to a product or service. The Business Model Canvas can be used at an early stage to identify innovation in any business idea, stopping you from becoming the next Dick Rowe, the man who infamously turned down the Beatles for Decca Records, saying that there were already too many guitar-based groups in the world at the time. But what actually is innovation? How do we spot it in its true sense? How do we know when a company has that special something? That factor that will add value to it above its competition, that special thing that will make it a category killer.
How do we spot when someone has that something special, like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk? The answer is to see if they can concisely define how they can create, deliver and capture value for people.
This might sound like a simple process. However, it's actually a lot more complex than it seems. It took until 2010 for somebody to come up with a tool that could show the true worth of any business idea.
This was when Alexander Osterwalder and Yves Pigneur published their book on the Business Model Canvas. Their findings were based on extensive research into the entrepreneurial community worldwide.
Prior to this, most appraisals of a business idea was based on 1930s thinking. It concentrated mainly on short-term payback and return on investment, rather than looking at the long-term functionality of the idea itself. The main problem any entrepreneur is faced with is how to describe the worth of a product, service or process that does not yet exist. The Business Model Canvas uses a simple presentation technique based on 9 building blocks which should clearly display how the prototype idea should work in the real world. The 9 building blocks are as follows.
The first building block, customer segments. All successful business ideas must start by defining who their customer is in a granular and detailed fashion. Unless we know who they are, we will not know if they will value what we intend to do for them.
The second building block is the value proposition. This is where we define in a clear way what value it is that the business is going to deliver to the customer that we have identified in the customer segment.
Building block number 3, the channels. This is where we define how we deliver the value we spoke about in the value propositions to the customer segments in building block number 1.
The next section is the customer relationship. Is it going to be a one-off purchase or can we keep it and grow our relationship over time? Then we have key resources. This speaks for itself. It's the resources that we have available to create the value. Then we move on to key activities. This is where we list what we have to do to create the value we wish to deliver. It could include marketing as well as manufacture.
Building block number 8, key partners. This is where we list the partnerships we need to help us to do what we've set out to do.
And let's not forget the all-important cost structure. That's building block number 9.